Welcome to today's Wisdom Walk, friends. It's February 22nd, 2024. I'm Reverend George Rizor. I'm the pastor at Holy Trinity United Church of Christ in Willingboro, New Jersey. Today we're venturing into a moment in Mark's Gospel that offers a profound lesson, one that challenges our perspectives and helps us to reflect on our priorities. In Mark 8:31-38, we're presented with a scenario that's as human as it is divine. Jesus outlines a future of suffering and rejection, a message that understandably upsets Peter. And Peter's reaction? Well, he pulls Jesus aside and confronts and rebukes him, perhaps hoping to shield both sides, Jesus and themselves, from a grim future. But Jesus' response to Peter is both startling and illuminating. Get behind me, Satan. Get behind me, Satan. For you're setting your mind not on divine things, but on human things. Let's pause here. This exchange between Jesus and Peter is a pivotal moment, one that beckons us to ponder the distinction between divine things and human things. At first glance, it's easy to empathize with Peter. His reaction comes from a place of caring, perhaps even a practical mindset aimed at preserving their physical and social standing, maintaining business as usual. Have we ever heard that about the church? Yet Jesus challenges this, suggests that a focus purely on a worldly concern that will distract us from deeper spiritual truths. So, what are the divine things that Jesus talks about? Well, it's not merely about looking beyond the material world, but embracing values and actions that reflect God's realm. Love, justice, self-sacrifice, and a commitment to the greater good. A commitment to the greater good. It's about seeing beyond the intermediate, beyond our personal discomforts or societal expectations, to what truly matters in the grand narrative of faith and humanity. Now, contrasting human things can often mean getting caught up in the here and now, prioritizing self-preservation, comfort, and worldly success above all else. While not inherently bad in and of themselves, these concerns become limiting when they overshadow our call to live out the transformative message of the gospel. Jesus' rebuke of Peter is not just a correction, but an invitation. An invitation to shift focus from the immediate and self-centered to the eternal and the God-centered. It's a call to carry our crosses not as burdens, but as symbols of our dedication to a cause that's greater than ourselves. This doesn't mean rejecting the world, but engaging with the world more profoundly, more purposefully, with a heart that's aligned with divine intent. The beauty of our journey of faith is that it's a shared one. We're not called to walk alone, but together. Supporting each other, learning from each other, and growing stronger as a community. When we shift our focus to divine things, we find strength in our collective purpose, in our shared commitment to caring and sharing, and in our relentless pursuit of a world that reflects God's love and God's justice. So, As we ponder this passage, let's challenge ourselves to consider where our focus lies. Are we too caught up in the human things that we lose sight of the divine things? God calls us to prioritize those. How can we as a community support one another in refocusing our hearts and our minds on what truly matters? This week, as we continue our wisdom walk, let's reflect on these questions, engaging with one another in an open-hearted conversation. Let's be courageous in examining our priorities, open to changing our perspectives, and committed to walking a path that brings us closer to the divine. Thank you for joining me today. I look forward to hearing your thoughts and reflections. Let's continue this journey together, embracing the challenges and the opportunities to grow in faith and love. Remember, in our quest for understanding and growth, there's no judgment here, just open hearts and minds, ready to explore the depth of our faith and the breadth of our community's strength. See you next week on Wisdom Walks.